Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
Okay, there's a light that's shining bright on Dugan. I don't know why the light popped on, but hey, bro, what's going on, bro? You know, the Madolche player, you know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into. Shout out to the Ishizu, Matt. You know, because there's some Ishizu in this deck.
Yeah, they go along with the Ishizu. 2 of the Keldo and 2 of the Mudora.
Okay.
Because they're Earth Fairies.
Earth Fairies.
And they're good at keeping monsters out of your grave and your opponent's grave if they use tier effects and whatnot.
Just in case you haven't figured it out, we got Madolche. You know, you read the title, so you know I'm pretty sure they figured it out already. But 2 and 2, you don't like the 3 of gets to be too much. Is that too much going on?
Too many of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I had 3 and 3 at one point, but I like the 2 and 2.
Right.
And then also Vernusylphs. But Winnie the Pooh.
Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Sing it, Trenton. No. Okay.
He can discard himself and any other monster, and he draws you a card, and you can special summon an Earth monster from your grave. But then you're locked into the Earth monster effects for the rest of the turn.
Nice.
And then Awakening Forest, same discard effect, but he can send a Earth monster that can be normal summoned. So you can send the Keldo or the Mudora.
Oh, that's busted. So that's what people are doing. Okay.
And then he also has the special effect. All of them have the special summon effect. So. Flourishing Hills searches another Vernusylph, and then specials. And then Misting Seedlings, also the duck.
Fake ass side up looking.
Searches for any Earth Fairy when he's sent, and then you special. So if you open enough Vernusylphs, you can make a rank 4 before you do your Madolche combo. And rank 4 being a bit smaller. Because it restricts you into Earth monster effects, it doesn't restrict you into summoning Earths only.
Well, that makes sense. I'm mad that looks like a fake side up though.
And then the Madolche cards, the 2 Madolche,
Chocolate.
just to search for any Madolche. And then 2 Hoot Cake, to banish to special. And then 3 Angeli.
No, so this ratio, is that the ratio to you? Just
you could play 1 Hoot Cake, but usually during your combo you'll summon one from deck, so if you draw 1, it's kind of bad.
Okay.
Because you could open it with a Vernusylph and discard it and special it out that way instead.
So you're gonna be able to go off anyway. I got you.
And then the 3 Angeli. There's also an Earth Fairy, so you can search it off of the duck.
Oh, that's busted. So wait, he searches it?
Yeah, this searches any Earth Fairy. So it can search Angeli, any of the Ishizu shufflers, any of the other Vernusylphs. So basically play 6 copies of Angeli.
I see you, bro. I see what you did there. I see you. That's clean.
And then the Petting Cesspool. If you have no monsters engraved, you can special summon it and another Madolche from deck, lower its level by 1. And since it requires no monsters engraved, the Ishizu cards help. Because if you go second and you hand trap your opponent, then you'd have monsters engraved, and the Ishizus can shuffle them back.
Oh, so you end up out ahead anyway. Oh, and then you Hoot Cake them or whatever the monster. Yeah, that's busted.
And then to summon off the Petting Cesspool is the Pudding Cess.
The
one you don't want to draw.
Not ulti, it doesn't count.
Yeah. Well, and you also don't want to draw these.
Facts. So would you ever consider just 1, or is one
you
is bad?
Play 1 because of the Vernusylphs. Because if you open a Vernusylph and have these, and you're able to do the Angeli combo, then instead of specialing it from deck, you can summon it out from hand with the Vernusylph. And then shuffle it back and summon it out from deck again.
Right.
So you could get away with 1, I just like 2.
Yeah. Even back when I played it in a completely different time, I always played 2. I think that was always the number.
And then only 2 of the Madolche spells and traps. 1 field spell and then 1 the Omni Negate. The field spell is really nice because of during the combo.
No ticket? Ticket's not working?
I did have ticket, but it can make Messenger Auto miss timing because it has a win effect. So, but ticket can save hands. So
interesting.
And then for hand traps, I played 3 Veiler. I'm playing the Veiler because it can be added back by the glass souffle. Because if you have the field spell face up, the field spell says when any monster is added back or shuffled back to the main deck, you can put it back to hand if it's added back by a Madolche effect. So she can shuffle back from either grave 2 monsters, so you can bring back your Veilers to hand if you have the field spell.
So same as the orange light thing, but really, you like doing Veiler because it's like endless how many times it's going to land if it lands?
Yeah, it's not relying on having another fairy in hand, it's just Veiler.
And it's not a hard once per turn, too.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's clean.
And then 3 imperms.
Because you have to.
Because imperm. And then I was playing DD Crow because I don't have Bestials. You could swap DD Crow and imperm for Bestials. Either that, or you could swap DD Crow and Ash for Bestials.
And then 2, if for the Winnie the Pooh, like that could be Prosperities. You said
you can swap this, and I had Tactics in the main. You could swap the Tactics and these for Prosperity.
Oh, okay. So either way, you're gonna get to draw more cards, though. I got you.
Just see more cards.
Whichever way you want to see it, I got you. So that's 40 in the main, 40.
Yeah, 40.
40. 40 even.
Yeah, 40 even. And then extra deck. 2 of the fresh Sistark. You don't need to. You can get by with 1. I just have the second one in there in case. And also against Kashira can be something. And if you play Prosperity, you can up it too.
Right.
3 of the Teacher, because you go through 2 of them when you play through your combo. So it's nice to have the 3rd also. And whenever, so like if you end with this against Tyr, and if they normal summon Rhino Heart and go to send a Tyr, you can chain her effect and target one of your Madolches. And then when their Rhino Heart resolves, they'll use their Tyr effect to fusion summon, and since they're turn player, they're chain link 1. And then you chain link 2 since the Madolche was sent to grave, you can shuffle back monsters from either grave, so you can shuffle back their Tyr target.
So this is like the perfect deck if you don't want to deal with Tyr. This is like the perfect deck to kick its teeth in. I got you. Well, y'all got it.
And then 2 of the chocolate a la mode. It just ranks up on top of any Madolche. And then if it has pudding cess as material, if the Madolche is shuffled back into the deck, it can special 1 from the deck. Non once per turn.
Gotcha.
It just has to detach the material. And then 2 of the best monsters in the deck. Queen Tiramisu.
Facts.
The non-target shuffle back, non once per turn.
Still one of the craziest effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! That people forget all about.
Yeah, I've had games where I could use this 3 times on one field and shuffle back 6 things.
Send all your hate mail to Aaron. No.
That's all the Madolches. And then Beast Dweller. And Plan B. Baguska.
Send all hate mail to Aaron.
And then Cowboy.
Cowboy for game.
Yeah, for game. And it's also an Earth, so... Yeah. It's also an Earth, so if you use any of the Vernusylph to get level 4s on the field, you can still use your Cowboy.
Did you piss anybody off with that? You landed it, didn't you?
No, I didn't actually get into it in the time when I used it, so... It never actually came up, but if it did,
It's been hilarious.
And then just the last 3 generic links, Asa, because they're all Earths anyway. And then an Appaloosa. I can't summon it when I use the Madolche combo on my turn, but I have enough monsters on field afterwards that you could just summon out an Appaloosa and then do
Push
your turn.
through or end the turn off. I got you.
Yeah. And then my Baguska out is Donner, Dagger for Hire.
That card is so busted. I first found it in cast. That card is busted.
Yeah. And it's
Free
also an
scrap
Earth,
dragon.
so...
Yeah. Is it an Earth? Really?
Yeah, it's Earth.
Son of a...
Side deck. I had 3 goes in match. Everything's Earth anyway, so.
Floodgate time.
3 Nibiru.
You like Nib?
If Sprite's not expecting it, it was really nice because there was one Sprite that I went against when they were doing the Sprint combo. They had to go into Sprint, and because I ashed their Gigantic, I opened Ash plus Nibiru, and then They go into sprint, do the whole combo, and then Nibiru them.
And then they try to extend, you just snatch everything. Yeah, that's gross, bro.
Because a lot of them aren't doing gigantic first. They do the beaver into the angler, and then into sprint. And then when the sprint hits and summons the 2 beavers, that's 5 summons.
And you nib
So
the
then
crap
you
out.
nib them, and if they don't have an extender like starter or whatnot, then it just ends their turn.
So a second hand trap is game, damn near then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why he plays Triple Veiler. Thanks for coming.
And then for back row, Lightning Storm and Feather Duster.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Yeah. And then Droll for Runic and Flu. And then more cards for Flu. Butler-esque and Zombie World.
Butler-esque.
And then also Secret Village to go with it.
Butler-esque.
So when he's normal summoned, if you control another Madolche, he can search for any field spell. And a lot of times you can Vernusylph your way through and not have to normal summon. And at the very end of your turn, you can use...
Why does that say you can add 1 field spell?
At the very end of your turn, you can use Awakening Force to send the Butler from your deck to grave. And then when you summon... You summon the rank 4, and then you summon your Link monster. And then since the Madolche was sent to the grave, you can use her effect, and you have the field spell up. So you add this back to your hand from the grave, and then at the very end, you normal summon it, search Zombie World. I did that against one of the Flu players I played against in the second game.
That's so gross that I actually like that, bro. That's so gross I actually like that, bro. That's dope. Well, I think he's provided all the chocolate that we can take for today. Is there any, shout outs you want to give besides this bum behind you in the UPS shirt? Shout out to UPS and that bum. Shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, by the way.
Chiefs, wise guys, Armin.
Shout out to Armin. Random guy. And then
play this game.
Captain UPS back here. And we're out.